in the latest episode of Love Island USA, we have this messy ass challenge where basically the islanders can call people out via mail and they can choose whether to sign it or to call whoever out anonymously. It was very, very messy, very delicious, I have to say. But it brought Austin to the forefront of my mind again. He had faded into the background, but this challenge very much reminded me why he needs to be out of the villa and why I don't like him. And he very much outs himself as a coward. He always has these opinions, but he never stands on business. He never tells anybody because he wants to fade into the background and he wants to enjoy his free holiday and he don't want no fucking smoke. First off, he comes for Ace. This time he actually does sign it. I guess he was probably thinking like, because I'm a man, I need to come to him man to man so that I don't look like a pussy ass bitch, but ended up looking like a pussy ass bitch anyway. Because, I mean, we've seen him talk shit about Ace, right, to other people. Basically say, you know, Ace and his minions, you know, Ace calls the shots and Nick and Taylor just do whatever he says, basically. And yeah, that's basically what he said in his message, that, you know, everybody just follows what Ace says. And it's ridiculous. And Ace is basically like, well, you know, it's not my fault that people listen to what I say. And Austin named directly the Jeremiah thing, right? He was saying, you know, Jeremiah was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. And I kind of do agree with that in retrospect, right? You know, if you've been on my channel, you know I didn't like Jeremiah Scamaraya. But particularly when America voted, right? America voted to couple him up with Iris. Ace coming for him and antagonizing him, I didn't agree with, because it wasn't his fault that he got coupled up with Iris, right? But I also do agree with Ace that Scamaraya was love bombing. And he even pulled up Andrina, and he was like, Andrina, do you feel like Jeremiah was coming on too strong? And Andrina agreed. Although I do feel like Andrina would probably prefer Jeremiah, even if he was coming on a bit too strong, to be in the house now, so she wouldn't be struggling. But she really did just tear into Austin and basically was like, you know, you're just mad and you're insecure because I'm the head honcho around here and you're a little bitch that don't say nothing, that's always whispering, that's always saying things behind people's back and don't want to keep it real with people. Name drops how he was chatting shit about Amaya. Amaya was like, oh, this is news to me. And then Austin starts trying to beef with Amaya, talking about, yeah, this is why nobody fucks with you because you act like this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, don't come for my girl Amaya. And the way that he was just coming for Amaya didn't sit right with my spirit. And now I remember I got the order mixed up. He came for Amaya first. And he basically was talking about how she's always crying all the time and making a big deal out of things. This one he did anonymously. So it's like, you wanted to be a big man and have your moment to stand up to Ace, which you fumbled because he made you look like a little bitch. And he basically called you a little bitch, which you are. You came for Amaya and you tried to do it anonymously at first. And you felt such shame that you did it anonymously, that you came forward because everybody else was coming forward. But I could tell he didn't want to come forward. And my thing is, to be that bitchy and mean to a woman and do it anonymously, it tells me everything that I need to know. Austin is a coward. To add to that, Andrina basically called him out for being lazy and was basically like, you know, you're lazy, you show no effort, and I don't even know why you're here. She said it anonymously, but she owned up to it. And yeah, Andrina's right. You're lazy. Why the fuck are you here? You're a coward and you're a bitch. I want him out of the villa. I want him out of the villa on the next vote. There's going to be a vote out. I want him out on the chopping block. I feel like he even might survive just because there's like loads of irrelevant people in the house right now, but I want him gone. But I got to know your thoughts. Do you feel like Austin was entitled to get this off of his chest, or do you feel like he's a bit of a coward? And how do you think Amaya and Ace handled him, and Andrina as well? What do you think about their comments? I gotta hear from you guys.